Good evening, travelers. Acknowledging hour has once more begun. I kind of am not sure what to do. It's always a little tricky because at this point I'm kind of sort of brain dead. And plus, Atria will be joining me, so I don't want to do something that is like largely single player. All of this. Yeah. No. No, I mean, these are all free, so why not, right? Even so. Gosh, yeah, it's the Prime Vista Pro and... is there really a point to all of these stats? Let's see. That's new stuff. See, what am I using right now? I'm using the Lua? Oh, actually, we'll take these. These are nice. In which case, I would change my... How do I change my appearance? Maybe I shouldn't worry about that. No, I'm not really up for challenges. If I remember correctly, this was an enjoyable one to work on. Yes. Good grief. He's gotta try and sit up straight and... Let's see. Do I even remember all the controls anymore? I suppose not. I don't know if the guy tries to talk to you in the repeat mode. But, part of why this one was so fun is just, this guy's a hack bro. And we all know how problematic that is. And just seeing him win just is hilarious. I normally don't advocate Schadenfreude, but I would even say it's an exception. Oh boy, let's go pixel hunting. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Do we actually even use these? No, we can't. No. This is kind of my own mental... I will go crazy if I do otherwise. I will just start from the top down. Oh, right. This fellow had... I'm pretty sure that, if I get an actual architect to come and look at the design of this house, they probably would have some few choice words regarding it. On the other hand, and no, my intuition says that, this is definitely, the guy dictated certain things thinking he knew best. Of course, you know how that goes. But, things like this is like, why? And as you can see, yeah, really flat roof like this. Over time, things are gonna wear out. And you'll end up having, these pockets. You're just going to have standing water on top here, and that is not good. Which kind of reminds me, when I was growing up, there were these plants that they would trap the rain inside them. and, use so that they would have water when things eventually got really warm and as things dried up, and they'd still have water. Problem is, a lot of insects, namely mosquitoes, if I remember correctly, would use that as a place to, put their eggs in. So we would have to go around and put these plants and put drops of oil in just so that the insects can't lay their eggs in there, but it's not going to kill the plant. I mean, as far as we could tell, it didn't kill the plant, so it's all good, right? All right. One up. I wonder why there are... Okay, so that is weird way to have weird pattern, but you know what? Better off not questioning it. Let's not question it. I probably should have some sort of, mechanism or system for doing this, but right now I'm just kind of can't do that. Hey, Weeks. How are you doing this fine? No, I don't know whether or not to say if it's morning or evening for you. I don't know your time zone relative to me. But I hope you've been having a wonderful Sunday. Oh, great. I was thinking maybe I should have said marvelous Sunday. But you may or may not have picked up on it. Evening 7 p.m. Okay, so you are you are an hour behind me. That's fair, that's fair. And yeah, Sunday, the day to chill, and here I am, power wash because, I was looking at my options. Okay, what could I do? I mean, I could do Revan Steel solo, but I'm not too keen on doing that, though. What else? What are my other options? I mean, I had Warframe. Warframe is there, but this kind of... I'm not in the mood for that kind of grind. And for Darktide 2, there's also that, but it's kind of a thing where I don't want to play it unless I'm doing it with friends. It just feels kind of, weird for me to be going and doing it on my own. And I was thinking, we could do more Monster, but the problem is Atria has a really hard time with that game. Technical-wise, because it's just unoptimized. Wanna play Reverend Seal together? I did not know there was an upcoming DLC. I need someone to play that again with the upcoming DLC. So... I mean, if you have me on DMs, you can just DM me and we'll figure out times and we'll go from there. Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for things like that. Although, I think part of my gripe with Revan, it's not really a gripe. I'm watching my hot bars and my cooldowns more than I'm really watching the boss, and it's kind of a uncomfortable feeling in that, that's kind of what I did when in SF14 as well. And it feels like, I'm missing a spectacle by just trying to optimize myself that way. And as much as it hurts my pride, I wouldn't call myself, a good enough player because I am watching my cooldowns a lot. It's why I don't like Bard as well, because I haven't tried any of the other characters, because I saw that the mage was, didn't have to aim too hard. So I went with her first, and then, she has the random procs, which annoys me. I do not like random proc classes. fun now. No need for that. I'll play around with the settings. It took a while, but the way I set it up now is very nice. Nasa. Oh yeah. Actually, as Stubby, it's doing well. As a surprise. Yeah, even at this close soon well. Gosh. I thought, I never used Stubby because it always felt too weak. The fact that it's cutting through it just fine is... I wouldn't necessarily call it baffling. With the hotbar matins, match the buttons like brass. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, instead of the icons for the skills, it's just the button. I'm playing it on a controller. I will not bother that one until I can call this. And also, part of the reason why I picked Power Wash is that a lot of the games I tend to actually go silent. I'll send you this hard to explain it. I guess, if you could, please, and thank you. But yeah. Again, it's kind of a pride thing, and it hurts to say this, but I don't think there's any game that I'm good enough for. I can just play the game, do well, achieve what I want to achieve without me, going quiet the entire time and just, I don't think people are just here to see me be quiet, of course. Oh, come on now. There we go. As I understand, yeah. I mean, this is fun. This is fun in its own way, and then I talked to Achia. There are other games like this, like, she has, I think, Crime Scene Cleanup. There's Viscera Cleanup Detail. Although, I'm not sure which ones are actually co-op. Yeah. Well, it's less an issue of, I'll cook this. Eat it. Part of me just wants to get good, such that I can play other games without slamming up so much. Okay, let's clean it off legs though. Array for bounding boxes. Maybe it's called the bounding box, not the hit box. Although, it's funny, in Smash they use a diamond, which I remember long ago, But how old was I? Maybe like 11? 11 years old? Anger the game is equal talking more. That's true. And if you watch my friend Aura Stargazer, she talks a lot. And, you know, she can be playing Rainbow. She is playing Rainbow right now. And, you know, she'd be acting and she'd be playing and she'd not be playing well, but she's the kind of girl who is, not as fussed about not doing well. I mean, games like that are such a tilt hazard for me that it's just hard for me to, you know, enjoy it. And I could enjoy Battlefield in as much that, you know, it's such a huge team. You can, you know, lie to yourself and say, okay, it's not just me who was bad, the whole team was bad. Or, you know, I can, gosh, how many times did I get angry at the, at our tank for just running? They run either right into danger or they too far away from danger. And you just gotta fight a game that you're coy. That's the problem. Like, I'm not okay with this being bad at anything. Is even games like factory games, I always stress out heavily trying to figure out, you know, how do I do this? Or I try making a plan, like, okay, let's do this. And then I forgot to pick up an certain ingredient, back at base. I was playing Satisfactory off-screen for a bit, and I should probably do that again sometime. That's why I like roguelikes. They don't expect you to ruin. It's about making progress, and that's why I don't like roguelikes. Yeah, on a principle level, I just don't like games where, you know, you're expected to fail. Because then, you know, it's kind of, you know, why are you even trying in the first place if you're going to just fail anyways? Ah, nooks and cranny, but that. Dancing is Monster, like, I could do Monster Hunter, but again, I'm kind of worried for Achia where, you know, last time we were playing it yesterday, and she wasn't able to talk much because, you know, Monster Hunter, she can't run everything on her computer. Like, Monster Hunter hogs up so many resources that for, you know, her model and voice just cannot be processed. And kind of a funny thing here is I think I actually have a similar problem where I can't. Oh no, though the main reason why I can't run the reason why VTube Studio's on my main computer, the gaming computer, is because you can't start it and I can't do anything online. And Steam doesn't like it when you're, you know, running games on two computers. So I can't run VTube Studio, which is connected to the internet, on my streaming computer and playing the game on my gaming computer at the same time. It just does not like that. Which, again, is why I have annoying things like my, having to go to the BRB screen, or the just chatting screen, in order to adjust anything on my model. Yeah, we're doing 2 PC setup for Monster Hunter Shin, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, like, I don't know what to do with improving the stream quality. I mean, I'm streaming in 1080p. And whenever I look over my VODs, it always looks terrible. Because I'm on a 2K monitor, and this 1080p doesn't really work well. And the other issue is, they've not, which is not rolled out AV1. So technically, I think I can do AV1 encoding, but I'm running, my streaming computer is running off T1070s. And I was wondering, you know, maybe I should go grab, maybe grab another GPU before prices shoot up. I was to go one of the Intel CPUs. Okay, so this entire thing is more or less. Which, you know, on another tangent, kind of remembering my time with FF14. Did you build your PC or do you have someone for that? I built it myself. The funny thing about my PCs, the streaming PC is literally all the old parts I've accumulated over the years from building my gaming PC. But I pretty much shipped the CCest my gaming PC into my streaming PC. Oh, gosh, I didn't realize there was a light here. Goes to show. Let's see. Well, we'll just do it in 2 passes. I mean, I'm not doing any of the hellish roads, so it's not like I'm graded on time or efficiency. Oh yeah. Whatever best computer you gets turned to the thing I do most computer. Well, between, you know, rendering video for streaming and a lot of games nowadays, you know, games are probably taking more of it. But at the same time, you know, trying to squeeze as much performance as I can out of my machines. I mean, could I have gotten another GPU? Could I have gotten myself like another, well, I'm running a 3080 on this machine. Could I? Probably. But, you know, I feel like that money could be spent better elsewhere. You know, better ROI, getting more, you know, assets for the stream. Like, I kind of do want to get a new artwork for, well, maybe the start-stop is fine. Sorry, the intro is fine. But maybe, like, the outro and such, and the pause screen could do something else. Especially the funny thing is, the image that we use, which is me and Archia in front of the cabin, it's not outdated because it's still using my old design. Not that my old design is too different from my current one, but, you know, it's still technically outdated. Maybe. Now let's clean this up as much as we can before having to drop down. There we go. Nice and easy. And I'm crouching. Honestly, staying in a crouched position moving around a lot like this really wreaks havoc on your body. It's so much more strenuous than one would think. Would it be confused what if I made it for you? Okay, how do I put this? One, I don't know what I would. Yeah. The thing is, not even I know, like, I want something updated, but I don't even know what it would look like. You don't have to say now. Oh, why? Oh my, pressure. Pressure. Under pressure. In ways, it's like, it's hard to let go of some of the stuff I need because, it's I who made it. But at the same time, I know I can commission someone to do something better, but at the same time, I'm just so socially awkward that it's just find it really difficult. Even to use things like Regen or Scav. Scav is another problem. Scav requires you to log in via Twitter, and on principle, I say no to that. No, I didn't draw it. The other effects that you see, for the base image was something that Asha commissioned for the both of us. Everything else after that, like this. Those effects and, the scrolling text, that's me. That's me who did that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm trying my best to get the most value out of that one thing that got commissioned, and it's kind of getting stretched thin. It does give it a personal feel, but I mean, that's why it's hard to let go of it. I gotta keep reminding myself, it doesn't matter if it's not optimal, just do it. And yeah, between the other games like Factorio, like getting something that's working is better than having nothing at all. But also, like, with Satisfactory, there is so much temptation to just rebuild from scratch. And while you're rebuilding, you're getting nothing done, so, Let's say goodbye to my PNG2 hermanos, yeah? But it's also that sort of thing where, you have an idea, but you don't know, like, how to put it out. Like, there's so many problems I have in where, I have a concept, I don't know what it's even going to look like in my own mind's eye. And then, of course, I have to translate that for someone, and I can't even find the right words to translate it. And then, of course, that is the problem of having to talk to someone. Anyway, I missed an entire thing up here. Nothing. Consider second floor. Alright. Who am I to argue? No, there's no fall damage here, and yet I always get kind of tensed up when I do things like that, where like, oh no, am I falling? Oh, well, huh. We take those. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, instead of just, struggling at point blank, we have technology. But I said technology. Yes, we are not. I was gonna say cavemen, but not comfy saying that. I don't know why I'm not comfy saying that. It's a weird thing to get hung up on. But welcome back. I did not realize, there were ads. If you had ads, welcome back. What are my favorite things to say? Something to say often whenever, something technological shit's not working. Is to go, on technology, where would we be without it? Mildly concerning? Okay. We can put that there temporarily. There we go. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So on and so forth. I got a Star Wars Coca-Cola ad 8 times back to back because it kept crashing and reloading. Oh my goodness. I have friends who have turbo. They seem to be appreciating it. I mean, I understand, this stuff can't be entirely free. You gotta make money somehow. Even if it is just, break even. I gotta ask, did this guy even use this? I don't know what is that logo? I don't know. Maybe it's better I don't know. Name your speed bliss and so on. much stuff. I don't think he used the house in 3 years. No, okay, what happened was he just had the house built. Why? He didn't pay the you didn't pay the construction workers. Okay, I take it back. He tried to pay the construction workers in cryptocurrency. That's why they're going, where's our money? Right here. That's why you have things like this all over the house. I mean, that's kind of part of why, other than this being a pretty straightforward job, because you have a lot of straight angles, it's always just fun reminiscing about, this guy. He totally deserved what he got, and he's paying me to fix things, so, you know what? We'll take that. We take those. No. It's probably me. Well, gameplay-wise, I still get paid normally. But that's just gameplay. But you can see in the top right, I'm still getting paid. This is going faster than I thought it would. I suppose, you as much of a, casual, relaxing game this is, there are kind of skills you do pick up on. Little subtleties. Situations where such and such is always going to have that one pixel. Let's do it this way. I mean, here's probably where I've used soap, but the soap mechanics here just were not as good. The only reason why I used soap for the 40K one was because it was infinite. 360, no skirking. There's spots. And good FPS package. Though, the problem I have is that a lot of times I will adjust my aim using WASD rather than my mouse. My ability to move my mouse around is actually kind of degraded. Plus, I've cleaned up my desk. Sorry, take a drink. Anyways. So I cleaned up my desk. I have so much more space for my mouse to move, and yet I'm still moving it around as if I don't have much space to move it, and it's built up some really bad habits that I'm trying to get rid of. I mean, I can go, pick up those aim training games, but still, I suppose it's kind of my fault for not wanting to put in, the drudgery and the hours into getting my good aim back. But at the same time, I was never ever a good, my aim was never super good. A lot of times what I did was I sort of pre-aimed and waited for the target to kind of get into where I wanted it to be, and then pull the trigger. So I'd have them run into my aim more than anything else. And unsurprisingly, one of my favorite weapons on a lot of FPS were shotguns. Not just for the close rangeness, but, for the one-shot potential. I've always kind of enjoyed being more of a maneuverer. You just outmaneuver an opponent rather than trying to out-aim them. I guess that's kind of well, it's not necessarily the entire problem in Rainbow, where, my aim is so terrible that I'm losing a lot of gunfights that I really shouldn't be losing. It goes the fact that there's just very little communication, so you don't know where things are, so a lot of times you're just taking blind gambles, and they're gambles that just kind of don't pay out well. I'll make you need a flamethrower. Into the fires of battle, onto the anvil of war. Because I was never, though TF2 actually was never super good at soldier, demo, and scout. I actually, as my main damage class didn't go with pyro. Although, back in the day, I was actually... Funny enough, I was a spy main. Although, seeing how I said that I prefer to be outmaneuver an opponent, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. But yes, I did spy. I was there for the old days of, those trick stabs and... Yeah, I understand that nowadays spy isn't as effective just purely because people are used to working around spies. So, I'd have some loyalty to it, right? Listen. Kettlebell. Eh? Okay, I'm going crazy. Okay, second floor Blackberry and second floor wall. That is the problem. And I presume it's because of this. Area. So let's take a look. Second floor barriers, okay, barrier posts. There we go. Just like that. Wait, hold on. This feels so awkward. Yeah, Yeah, as nice as that was, this was just way too awkward. Look at that Mulan rolling. Well, it's a lot more reduced because this is a replay, so every time You get less money when you replay. Like, I've beaten pretty much all the levels. Most of the DLC that isn't 40k. Well, I didn't buy any of the other DLC. There's some free stuff. And then Acha got me the one for 40k. One who dragged me down the 40k rabbit hole. Ah. One-handly. It's a game. Don't say too hard about it. I play Factorio. I can't say that advice. Wait, but Factorio is even more silly. Like, the very fact that you don't have any survival mechanics. Which, mind you, I would not want any survival mechanics in a game like that. Already annoying. Well, there is survival in the sense that, you have the bugs, but talking more, gather food and all that jazz. Alright, let's cook the longer one. There we go. Nice and clear, nice and easy. Here we go. Yeah, you're just eating fish when he gets hungry and carrying trains in his pocket. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Just casually, making a few trains and putting it in my pocket for later. Totally normal human things, right? Okay, it's probably because there's an inside that needs to take care of. So let's go ahead and clean that out. Come on. Because that is a completely, normal thing to be able to do, right? People here are just built different. And the people living here live next to an active volcano, which is another reason for why this place gets so dirty. Imagine an elderly woman trying to nail a kind of bunch of yarn in her arms. And says she's assembling an entire rock pile while holding several tons of concrete. Man. Honestly, totally believable. The things that old people can get up to are rather astonishing. remember when I was still doing Taekwondo practice, our head instructor was probably in his 60s, if not 70s. And we'd still see him, pumping iron. Really is something else, Now, I never actually asked. Well, a question for myself, why did we get enrolled in Taekwondo and not any other martial art? Before we moved, we also did Aikido. Being a kid, you don't question these things. I've just been the nearest dojo. No, I'm pretty sure there are others that we could have gone to. A little bit of both. Fitness, self-defense, after school. But, there were other dojos who would do such things. Hara? Hey. I believe this was, they marks it out for the electrical. I don't know, am I a weird kid for just, parents say, here, they're doing these martial arts. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Here, to, we want to put you through some sort of training or, oh gosh, even I had a family friend took me my sister out, to learn how to use an M1 Garand. And at that point, I was, maybe 12. And, my sister and I, we'd see all these, we saw, in video games. How bad could it be? And then we got our hands on it. Our uncle, we just call him Uncle. Yeah. Our uncle kind of pranked us by, he was, flipping it around, color guard style, and then he just dropped it in our arms. And we didn't know, we expected it to be lighter. So, now it's just prank on us. See, I never had a rebellious phase. That's kind of, for better or worse. I was a good kid. Well, for the most part, yeah, I was a good kid. Still some really bad habits, but what can one do? I did not. Maybe perhaps not rebellious, but even then, it's just an issue that kind of never went away. I'm pretty open about the fact that I'm I had a hard time with my father. So there's a weird paradox here in that I was pretty independent early on. I could take care of myself really early on. And, when my sister and I went off to university, we took care of ourselves. We were fine. We had no problems. But at the same time, we were kind of, when we were still living at home, very much not quite under surveillance, but, there's a sort of overall suffocating feeling of, okay, to put it another way, we knew how to take care of ourselves because, at a certain age, we were pretty much taking care of them. And my father especially was terrible because he would just say things like, oh, we're missing napkins on the table. And what he really means is, you messed up with the napkins on the table. And he'd do that to us all the time. So it's just, kind of always constantly, what does he want? And the other thing is, she never really approached us. And same as my mother in a ways. You were never really approached. There were two reasons that they would approach us. One, we're in trouble. Two, we have to do something for them. I don't know if passive-aggressive is the right term. Apparently Asian for sure. Is there any other vertical things up though? I do like the wars last. Yeah, my parents were the same way. Yep. And the other thing is, once my sister and I were about maybe 13-ish years old, pretty much when it came down to cooking, it was just a rotation between myself, my sister, and Mom. Dad could cook, but he never really cooked unless it was something specific he wanted. And yeah, I'm pretty open with the fact that I did not get on with Dad. He was just so hard to be around. And when he passed away, gosh, 2 years ago, I've kind of lost track. I never felt sad for his past. If anything, I was just annoyed because he left me and Mom and my sister just a lot of legal headaches in regards to his estate. Like, okay, now we gotta go organize the funeral, contact this and that, be stuff at the reception. Like, there was no time for grief. It was, we got a checklist of things that need to be done. Let's get to it. I fear more than love them. Took years to find over to my dad. Our relationship is so much more different now. Yeah. The worst part is, Dad finally mellowed out and was, being less of a pain to be around. Especially now that his 2 daughters are gone. He's got to take care of himself more. Because Mom can't always be taking care of him as much. But then, and you kick the bucket. I'm like, yeah. That's how it goes. Greatest irony of him was that he was going to retire in, at the end of the year. So, he lived for about 4 more months. he would have retired. But no, he spent his whole life working you know, overworking himself, and he would never ever get to retire. That really is just, the cruel irony of his life. That said, we were very much brought up on delayed gratification. If we weren't to get any gratification at all. But yeah, sometimes it's just a thing of, gotta enjoy what you have. At least he didn't get bored. He was constantly... Okay, how do I put this? He was never bored because he always found something to work on. Even though he should have been, just taking it easy. There was always something to do, always something to be done. Yeah, that's how it goes, I suppose. I mean, part of me goes, he didn't know any better. He was how he was raised, and... No. I still fault him for it. As much as I understand what he did, and he still did the things he did. So, I hold that against him. Got his first grandchild. First of August, and now he's talking about retiring. Well, hopefully he gets to enjoy the fruits of his labors. Thankfully, my parents were not too fussed about me and my sister giving them grandchildren. Although, multiple reasons for that, I suppose. That's kind of funny, I suppose, Our parents never pushed me and my sister to start a family. But a lot of our cousins, aunts and uncles, kind of still are. Right, works full time, runs a side business paying dry all by himself and does a bunch of work on the farm. Oh my goodness. Either she is in really good shape or he's about to be in really bad shape. It's really sad to hear that. That's why I'm trying to encourage more and more people to just do what you want. What's the point of pushing yourself to assume to just die, never reach it? Yeah. Kind of. I won't push too far into that territory, but, one of the common things I was always thought about in high school and in undergrad, what's the point of doing X, Y, and Z when it's just supposed to be, a springboard into the next thing? Like, where does it end? It doesn't seem to end. So kind of, what's the point of doing all this? And once he's gonna last if you retire, he'll guarantee you find more work to do in a year or less. Ah. What's doozy stealing? I say let's do a ceiling, I immediately pit it to the pillars. This is my problem. My ability to focus absolutely terrible. Especially now, retirement's more than a false dream than a real Sabogo. Yeah. And there's so many reasons behind that, but I'm not going to go into them. This isn't... I want to say this isn't the time or place for it, but you know, this is a yacht stream, isn't it? Retirement's a very recent thing to the population. Well, in a sense, you know, most people tended to die before they got even to retirement age, so... That's good progress. I wonder, why do they have to mark a pillar as being a certain side up? If it's like completely uniform. Even if you have it upside down, it should be fine. Whereas 70% away in, and it's only been an hour. Hour and 10. So, not too bad. That's an hour and 10 with 75 minutes. 73. Wow, it's almost like 1% a minute. Not too terrible. Not great, not terrible. I like how Prezi put their left and sides of them. Let's put your left and right side towers on the wrong sides. I've never used a thing. I've never actually done much car work on my own. Unless it was for like emergency repairs kind of deal. Or stuff like that. And not by myself, no. I mean, I've had, you know, flat tires, I've had to do the jack, and I've had to, you know, gosh, carrying those things around are way too heavy, but yeah. Dealing with a spare tire and such, yeah, I've done that. Although I suppose part of it is, you know, we had cars that were, I wouldn't necessarily say super friendly for DIY. Like even now, it's just kind of, you know, hard to do a lot of service on my own because I had an issue once with the battery and I had to replace only to realize that on down the lines that my car uses a very specific battery that's not really available commercially. My father also was similarly a lot of DIY until, you know, he hit something that was kind of you couldn't do. Well, less DIY and more, he refused to throw away things that were broken and damaged. And he would just pile on 30 hack after 30 hack in an attempt to extend the lifetime of something and far past beyond, no. What it even should safely be operated. But that's because he didn't like to spend his money, and I unfortunately have that same problem. And my father didn't do things on his own because, you know, he wanted to have a skill that was useful. He did it because he did not want to spend any money. I mean, the thing is, I know my way around, you know, a toolbox well enough to do a lot of household repairs and such. No, it's not that I'm completely capable of managing things around the house. Because again, we got a certain age, pretty much all the responsibility got passed on to me and my sister and my mom. And the Taliban, yeah, it is I wouldn't necessarily say this is all nostalgia, just talking about it, but it's more of me trauma dumping, I suppose. Oh, goodness. That is under clear. Let's actually take care of this side here. Okay, we will take that. I'll go see evening. The evening goes, as it always goes. Ah. You're reminding me to just try and loosen up. My thing is, I don't know if the medicine I'm taking right now makes me sleepy, or it just makes me not as anxious, which kind of keeps my body going, and now I actually feel properly tired. As good, I hope so too. But even so, it's like, oh great, I'm feeling tired, but there's so many things I want to do and curse my body for feeling weak. So instead of just being incredibly wired in doing things and overexerting myself, it's me being completely aware that I'm overexerting myself and overexerting myself. And yes, I am type cool, tried to carry all the groceries in a single go. And it says because I just cannot be bothered to take my shoes on and off or do some other weird thing with having to go between the car and the garage. I thought pride's an accomplishment. You earned that glory. Uh-huh. I wonder, will I be able to finish an entire thing before Ashby gets here? Ashby messaged me about almost 15-ish minutes ago. She's on her way home. There you go. Ah. I remember when I was playing Minecraft, like, I always look at the references for these kinds of houses, because that's the kind of house I wanted to build. But at the same time, you know, I'd have conflicting desires on, you know, what I want my house to look like. Sometimes just like, I wanted it to be super modern while also, you know, not disturbing the trees around it or kind of blending in with the trees around it. Like, if I couldn't even do I'm really bad at aesthetics when it comes to these kinds of things, because, you know, I want to get the form, the function first, and then work around it, and then I find that the way I did it, just really bad for decoration. Modern but traditional Japanese style. Oh gosh, yeah, I've tried doing that as well. Tried to make a Japanese style inn with the hot springs and such. I do have an issue where, like, okay, I try to plan something out, and I get stuck in the planning phase and nothing gets done. So I go, you know, screw it, leave all. And then I work myself into a corner, so it's kind of a, no, damned if you do, damned if you don't. No chair, table, seat. I didn't know how to do a good-looking chair or table in Minecraft. Oh. And the sad time it falls, but then, bye. I mean, there are definitely tables and chairs. I want to blend this up traditional That is, the outer walkways are closed off in winter. You can open it, inner rooms make them larger in the summer type of deal. Yeah? I forgot too. I should know, but I totally forgot. Can I clear this up? Go ahead and knock. Let's clean this up. Oh. Mighty generous of them. There's 6 books on Japanese houses. And I'm at the two-letter house. It does sound cool. Yeah, it does. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I have all these houses and such. What am I going to do with it? Like, what do I do with all this room for activities? Yeah, and it's a half house. Oh, Christ, it needs when repairs, but it's a house. That depends on your design. Let's clear this out first. You decide rooms for one purpose or multi-purpose rooms. But at the same time, it's like, you know, what purposes do I have in the first place? And part of it is like, you know, am I designing it for myself? Am I expecting guests? As I've built a lot of things with, you know, with the expectation that, you know, multiple people are going to be using this, and of course it's just me. It's the same deal with my ship in Space Engineers. Like, I was doing so many things just to make sure that whoever visits my ship doesn't get lost or doesn't have to do some weird janky thing to get around the ship. But, practically speaking, 99.9% of the time, it's just gonna be me in there. Speaking of which, earlier I was on the Space Engineers server, and I accidentally deleted the shipyard and all the ships in it. Thankfully, I was able to get Piero to do a rollback. I still have... I have to paint my ship. I still have to light up my ship a bit. And then I have to do all the programming in the ship. So funny enough, what I ended up doing... You want to build large simile crews or compressed full automation minimal people. Yeah. I built for a crew of... I mean, I have beds for 8. And then I have so many cryopods. That's kind of the other thing where, you know... What did I just... Hold on. Okay, I thought I shoot on something which was really bad. Was word that one of my teeth was kind of not in a good position. But it's fine. Yeah, yes, something suddenly solid just got crunched in my teeth. And now I'm being completely paranoid, trying to worry that, a piece of my tooth broke off and I'll be feeling phantom pains just throughout my mouth the entire time. But yeah, where was I? I was kind of wondering, when I was building my med bay, but I have it such that, there's an easy access to it from the hangar. Because, what if someone's injured, you bring someone in from the hangar, you get them treated, but ultimately, that's not gonna happen, so I just left the med bay where it was. I put the med bay next to the airlocks, because a lot of times I'll just be hopping back into the ship to refill my oxygen and life support, so... As I don't have the space. That's the other thing, I don't know, how much space I need. I'm beginning to think that I have too much storage on my ship. Do I really need that many reactors and so on and so forth? And for trim, balcony, floor doorway header. This shit is medbay prime. There's only medbays and oxygen tanks. I mean, Atra and I have been discussing other plans for like a supply and replenishment stick. We already do have the quote-unquote gas station. Right. Ah. Doy. Excellent hunting. Ah, there goes axe. For barrier posts, which means one of these. Marble bar. Come on. I can't even tell. Really now. Unless it's this one. There we go. Here we go. Top down. Yeah, this guy. This- Get that. Let's see. Welcome back from ends? Oh my goodness. Did that mean you totally missed the... There you go. Here's the time lapse. I wish making House of Eclipse was that easy. If only. If only. What was another pretty place? I think the villa was a really nice one. Let's do this. I'm expecting Atria, so I'm going to go ahead and... Cool it on. This is a really pretty one. I really liked it. Oh my. Wilson, I offer curse bottles. Just tea. Looks like some 21st century Chinese houses I've seen restoration videos of. Yep, I figured it'd have. Go. There very much more the suicide court guy. Yep, 3 sides, courtyard, and a gate right here. This is really a rich neighborhood. Oh boy. Yeah, let's clear this out first. I am going to get somewhere in Western Europe. So this place takes place in a town called Muckingham, so it's very much England coded. Actually, I wanted to do the train one. This subway one again. That was actually a very nice, very fun one to do. Okay, it's gonna have to be like this. Great. Yeah, as pretty as this is, yeah, there's so many odd nooks and crannies, which gets really annoying fast. Also in part because not enough pressure, it's not clearing up things I thought it would clear. I suppose this is where a controller would be nice to have. And that you could have 2-directional. You know, I'm curious. Nightmare. This. Yeah, I'm running with my roller now. don't know. It's kind of, he's not feeling as good. Then again, I don't have as much, as much experience with controllers, using controller in this manner. Are you joking? That is how to do it on controller? Never mind. That Chikibium it is. Maybe this is better. But I'm just doing this first. And then from a range using the trident. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. Although, at least, upcoming week, only 4-day week. Because of Labor Day. Which means class will be back in session and more traffic on the road. Yeah, my eyes are kind of glazing over a little right now. Just this one section has been so annoying. It's just so much is stuck. Yeah, it's just so much stuck. I need more pressure. Oh, gosh. At least that's taken care of. Balcony wall is huge. I mean, the windows is kind of generous. Yeah, it's very generous of them. Does the volume include this? It does. Here we go. Would it be better to just grab it from here? Oh boy, back to pixel hunting. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go. Best of playing to you. Time for me to sleep. Thank you for stopping by and your Lord Cognus. Always a pleasure to have you here. Rest well. It's just grime. Huh. Let's see. After 40 minutes. I do kind of want to take a quick break. Just get some more drinks. So let's do this. I'll finish this section up. Then I will take a quick break, grab some more water and such. Hey, one at a time in the door. Like, just fixed. So much for that. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Here we go. How was your stream, Mara? And for those who are not familiar with me, I'm Fuyu, the Salma Tech Witch, and NPC which you meet a little ways out here in the main quest. Settle in, grab a quest, and first bottle or two, and join me and Andrea. You'll be home soon, and will be joining me shortly, as we just relax, yap, and do some power wash. I was about to take a quick break, like grab some water and such. Yes, Humble, power wash. And the best part is, it's co-op. Now? What? Pixel hunting? There we are. Yeah, I've seen you out here before. So many little dirt spots. Yep. So annoying, and you can't even just... Like, that's kind of what the soak is good for. Especially getting into little nooks and crannies. Anyways, Ara, how did Siege go? Want some, lost some. Same as every other day. Apparently, new operator coming soon. And rework of certain maps. Although, like what? One of them was like Lair, Hideout, and I forgot what the third one was. You know what's so funny? They've done that before. I keenly remember them taking ACOGs away from all defenders. They've done that before, and it's like, really? Did we not learn our lesson from last time? I filled with some ops and that tape. I'm pretty sure there was a phase. There was some point where everyone on defense lost a... Okay, I think it was everyone who was not A1 speed lost it. And now everyone on defense knows, is it okay? And suddenly all the Dopamines cry out, where they can no longer spawn peak. Oh, what's this? Atria?
I forgot to put that. There it is.
Oh, hello there. Altars about
Hello.
ACOGs. How are
Sorry,
you?
what?
No, I'm talking.
I'm good.
Ara's talking about some changes coming up in Rainbow Six.
Ah, I see. You're not getting scammed. There's no scam here. You're just slow. You just didn't make it here on time.
Okay, I really need to BRB. It's kind of a annoying thing that's happened.
All right.
You're back.
paper. I guess I'm not writing this as actual music.
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Welcome back.
So how are you doing, Achia? And I didn't get to ask.
I'm doing good.
Hmm?
I'm just, I'm... Not, well, it's not a skill issue. It's a skill in progress, you see? Can be a skill issue if it's a new skill.
Okay,
Because I'm still
context?
learning. Yuki's upset that the music on the start screen doesn't carry to the loading screen, but since when does start screen music ever carry to a loading screen?
Oh. Well,
Steal a style of comic from Blizzard. Don't you play games?
oh no. Don't you have
Ooh,
phones?
that was satisfying. I'm really, really sad that didn't get the last one. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, that was so close to being, like, super satisfying. Alright, go ahead, Bree.
All Blizzard and their immortal jokes. Am I right?
Indeed. Well, now I have to clean the other side over here, but I gotta do it so it does what it did just a moment ago.
No.
You don't have a phone? I think you're lying, Yuki. You can no longer make it to Fishing Fridays. Well, I mean, you haven't made it to one in a while. But they also haven't been Fishing Fridays, they've been Paratrauma.
I mean, it's just another form of fish. And fishing, right?
Kind of. But why can't you make it anymore, Yuki? You have to work late hours on Fridays now? Well, it's a good thing that there are 2 streams on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
No one said anything about Barotrauma this week, so I don't know if I'm doing Barotrauma this week or not.
And I don't have this Friday off, so... Shame.
I was about to say, I wonder if I could rope you into playing.
No, I don't have it. I don't have this Friday off, but I do have Monday off. Next Monday. Not this Monday, not tomorrow.
Next Monday's Labor Day, right?
Yeah. Is it Monday or Tuesday?
I have Monday.
Monday, okay, yeah.
Always Monday. I should have that day off too. I was talking to my boss when she showed up tonight to help train the new contractor guys filling in for nights. Which, always a little surprising when your boss messages you at like 6:30 at night being like, hey, I'm gonna be there in 30 minutes. And I'm like, huh? Okay, hi boss, how's it going?
Training.
Wonder how long she's gonna be there training the new guy. She normally doesn't like the night shift people, she normally forces them to day shift for a little while. And then she gives them a little bit of time off to flip, and then they go to nights.
I cannot do night shift with the life of me.
I've done a good amount of night shifting in my time. Not my favorite, but it's also like not the worst thing. I definitely prefer if I'm going to work late nights. I used to very much prefer swing shift. I used to work a job that I worked The shift was 2 p.m. to midnight. That shift was awesome. Although in the summer it kind of stunk because there was no AC, so it was a little bit hot when you got there. And then you weren't there long enough at night for it to cool down too much.
Mm-hmm.
So usually the last 2 hours were really comfy, but the first 5 hours were terrible. And a 10-hour shift, and then in between was it was fine. So it's not the worst job I've ever had. Honestly, it's actually a pretty okay job. Pay was a little low, but honestly, the work wasn't too terribly hard if you like that kind of work, and fine. But yeah, I really liked the swing shift, but at the time all my friends were swing shift, so it worked out. 10 years down the line, that would not work. That would not fly.
Mm-hmm. But you now have a social life proper.
Sort of. I now have my online presence and friends have shifted to being much more day oriented, which is fine.
Okay, pixel hunting time. Or it could just be
not cleaning quite as nicely as the other ones did.
There we go. So before doing this one, I did the Tech Row Mansion. Just because, it's a fun one. Lots of street angles. Nice and easy. So I was able to do it before you got here.
Nice. I stuck around a little bit extra at work to make sure I did a proper handoff from my boss and stuff like that, so I'm not surprised.
That's fair.
Gotta put on a good showing for the boss.
As always.
Although she's fully aware of the realities of the Sunday shift. That it's basically just she came in, and as soon as she walked in the door, I got a phone call. And I was like, that's the first phone call I've gotten in 3 hours. And she was like, well, that's good. And genuinely, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's fully aware that if volume should be way down on Sundays.
Go. I'm so kind of anxious for work tomorrow.
When?
Eh? What was that?
The site is they're cleaning faster. They're getting cleaned before I was gonna do them all as one big go.
Oh, sorry.
And now they're slowly just firing off. Not your fault. The game decided to be more generous with this side. What do you mean, Normie Atria? What do you mean?
Yoink.
Also, VTip Studios hosted. You wanted to hop in?
Okay. Same deal with the, her chat.
Oh, I didn't even see the notification. But Q was having an existential crisis this morning.
Oh, how so?
She found another witch VTuber named Q.
And who?
Named Q, same name as her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, they're like me, but better.
Oh no.
Wait, who summoned Adria? Oh, yeah, for you cast the co-op mode in Visual Studio. I really cannot wait for the surface cleaner. That's gonna be one of my favorite things in Power Wash 2.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, really does look like they understood the assignment.
I mean, that's good.
Keep putting out maps and doing like easy stuff here for Power Wash. And then turn around and with Power Wash 2, keep adding in added a few features, but largely keep the core loop the same. Don't change too much. Just modify things to make what's already here better. Seems like they very much understood these things. It reminds me of a time I found a character looked just like the way I used to draw my character. It was crazy.
Yeah, it happens, really.
I mean, my story of originality is hilarious. I laugh at it every time. Because I was like, what would my VTuber concept be? I started kind of brainstorming. I came up with the Agaric Witch and a mushroom hat and all that stuff. And I was like, it'll be great. Like I feel like I have an original idea. I commissioned the artwork. I got it all going. And then I went to the Renaissance Fair. And there were mushrooms and mushroom hats everywhere. All over the place. Just tons of them. Couldn't escape that. And at that moment I was like, okay, well, that's fine. At least I still have, like, the super comfy, like, cozy cottagecore vibe going.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was like, but maybe there aren't that many mushroom VTubers. Maybe it'll be okay. I only know of one. I only know of, like, a couple of witch VTubers and not a lot of mushroom VTubers. I joined Blue Sky. And not long after I joined Blue Sky, my Cerium Corpus messages me. And she goes, oh my god, your design is so cute and you're a mushroom. Do you want to join the Mushroom VTuber Discord? Naturally I did. I was really excited. But what I didn't expect was that the Mushroom VTuber Discord has like 60 people in it.
And the funny thing is, despite that, you know, everyone still has their own unique take on it. I mean, there's so many mushroom VTubers
everyone's
in
their
there.
own unique mushroom thing.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing.
Like, I think I'm the only true witch. There's a couple others that are sort of witchy, but not really witches.
Well, do we weigh as much as a duck?
I mean, maybe. I don't know, I haven't weighed them. Weird to ask a witch their weight.
Fair enough. Well, maybe if she floats, then that's all we need to know.
The unfortunate part about floating is that most people can do that. Just remember, witches are not weak to water.
Except for the one that is.
She's not weak to water. You can't. It's all headology. Tricked everyone into thinking she was weak to water.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I won't eat water if you throw enough water at them.
That's true. But I mean, by that logic, everyone's also weak to air and also weak to time.
Oh, yeah. You seen the comic on time vultures?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, instead of waiting for their victim to die of exposure to the elements, they wait for them to die of old age.
That's silly.
They basically like an albatross constantly flying over the target's head. Just waiting for time to, for them to die of old age.
That's what albatross are doing when they fly around nearby. Also, albatross are a sign of good luck. In fact, it's explicitly bad luck to kill the albatross following your ship.
Mm-hmm. But that's why
There's a whole poem about it.
And that's why they hung the albatross around the guy's neck.
Yep. Wonderful story. I ran a D&D, I ran a D&D campaign that was basically, the concept was I took things that I found in other medias, and I made the team, like, memory, like, their job was to gather memories or experiences. And they were kind of, like, enslaved by a, not really a fae, but, by a, like, a really powerful entity that thrives off of memories. And so she basically stuck them in the Planeswalkers scenarios.
Ooh.
And told them to go find interesting things to experience. And so what that allowed me to do was basically, like, both a mix of Monster of the Week as well as a sort of clever way to run really whatever I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first things that I ran was the Ancient Mariner's Rhyme. So I ran the Ancient Mariner's, the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner as a D&D game. And it was very cool.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah. I also did a Brandon Sanderson short story that one of my friends has since adopted and taken into her own groups. So she's been taking that to her friend groups and her other friend groups that she plays D&D with, and basically being like, and running that as her own DM.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's probably the most clever D&D scenario that I have in my pocket. The general premise is you are told to go, like, you're bounty hunters. You show up at a way stop outside of a forest. You're told the forest is dangerous, but it's also a haven where criminals go to escape the law. But the forest is very dangerous. That's all you're getting. You show up at this way stop, and you have to figure out, like, who your target is, where they are. Well, you know who your target is. But you have to go find out where they are, which is inevitably going to be the forest. You have to figure out, like, why is the forest dangerous, and how do you deal with the forest.
And it's not just because they're the criminals, right?
That is the crux of it. You are told that in the forest you cannot kindle flame, you cannot draw blood, and you cannot run. Do not do any of these things within the bounds of the forest.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so you have to go catch a criminal in D&D without drawing blood, without running, and without starting a fire. So you cannot kindle flame, you cannot run, you cannot, you cannot draw blood. So, how do you capture a criminal that you can't do all these things with? And that is what makes the scenario really interesting in D&D, because now it's a question of, first off, what happens if you break those rules?
Now,
Second off, what happens? Like, second off, how do you, if the consequence for breaking the rules is bad enough, how do you complete the task without breaking them? Or, how do you get around breaking the rules to complete the task?
I mean, how...
And, of course, there's a secret.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way to do it. You just have to talk to enough people and plan ahead enough and take in enough of the context clues.
Yeah, like, depending on how much you want to litigate some of these, it's gonna be a little silly.
I mean, so the consequence is there are specters in the forest that if you break these rules, they will try to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And the specters will show up initially in small quantities, but as things get worse and the rules get broken more and more of them will show up. They are fairly deadly, but they are, like, manageable. Most D&D parties have the ability to manage at least one or two. In the, in the one shot, I give everyone's a controlled level, so everyone has a certain amount of time of ability to deal with these things, and you just let them fight it and figure out what's going on and how to get away from it. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, there are also tricks to avoid notice and break the rules without getting attacked. Things that, like, if you ask the right people, they'll tell you. Or if you're patient enough, the person who might tell you the secrets of how to do these things might show up and try to steal your bounty. Especially if you didn't get the secrets from them. If they didn't tell you how to fix it, they might show up and try to steal your bounty themselves. Because they know how to deal with it.
Question is, why would criminals run into a place like this in the first place where they themselves are potentially at risk?
Because if you can just go into the forest and someone can't and you go farther than them into the forest, they can't run to catch you. They can't drop blood. And if you move around at night, if you move around in the dark and you're comfortable in the dark, they can't light fires. The rules work both ways. The criminals have to kind of abide by the rules themselves. Yeah. But it means that they are harder to catch because you have to catch them without violence. You also have to catch them without running. Which means as long as they have a head start on you, they're going to stay ahead. That's the tricky part about it, is it's supposed to be sort of a tricky, like, how do you think outside of the box to deal with what the rules are?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the tricks is that the shades won't cross silver. So if you get enough silver powder to make a circle around yourself, you're safe from the shades.
Yeah, but
which then means you can break the rules. But you are stuck. You are stationary.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it becomes a trade-off of, like, you can break the rule. Like, you can, if you want to try to capture someone alive, it's really hard. If you want to kill someone, you have to get them to break the rules.
Well,
you have to trick someone into drawing your blood or breaking one of the rules.
I mean, was the rule like...
It's a clever scenario. It's fun.
Well, my question is, was the rule like, draw no blood, is that literal or metaphorical?
It's literal. Do not draw blood.
Yeah, so you can just...
If you get a bloody nose in the forest, you're in trouble.
I mean, you could just trauma or something.
And that's actually the group that I ran through it. Well, yeah, I mean, yes, you can, but, like, drowning or suffocating someone in a forest is tricky, especially if they're fighting back. Because if they're gonna die anyway, what's to stop them from trying to draw your blood? All they have to do is claw you enough to get blood.
I mean, they can also still
But yeah,
die
it
of
makes
exposure.
for a really fun scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes, all the regular problems still apply, but within the bounds of D&D, you can't wait them out. You can't wait for them to die of exposure. You have to get in there and capture this person or kill them. But how do you do that without causing the shades to attack? And that's what makes it a fun scenario.
The classic wizard, Swiss Army knife will still work. Technically, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, wait,
yeah,
no,
wizard
that's-
stuff will still function.
Yeah, but that goes under Kindle No Flame. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, just fireball
Yeah,
them.
you can't fireball them.
But you can freeze them.
Yeah, no, you fireball them. Yeah, you can use ice spells, but if the ice spells deal, like, even if they're dealing cold damage, they're still potentially punching holes in somebody. The group that I played this with my group, they were the first group to run through it. They made it to the point where they had the criminals in front of them. And they were, like, accosting the criminals and trying to figure out how to do it. And one of them, forgetting the rules, punched the criminal in the face.
Oh no.
Broke his nose, he started to bleed, everything went bad. It was a genuinely funny moment for me, because the player was getting frustrated. Because the criminal was like, what are you gonna do? You can't get me off my horse. I'm not gonna leave the horse. Like, I'll just be up here. The horse walks faster than you will. So I will just walk this way and you can't catch me. Like, so you best let go, because I don't know what you're planning on doing. And the person got mad and punched him in the face. Obviously, rules fail condition. Things start to go bad real fast. I started to laugh because it was very funny. And all the other players were appalled because they were like, wait, no, don't do that! And it was too late.
Ah, that'll help fine.
That was in general, that was a fun campaign. I got to do a lot of really cool little things that I stole from other literature. Like I said, I did the Ancient Mariner's Rhyme, including the whole trip through hell. It happens. Growing up, my dad had a copy of the Ancient Mariner's Rhyme. It was, done in, not lithograph, what is it? Where, like, it's carved pieces of wood that are then stamped onto paper.
I don't
You
know.
know, very detailed and very gorgeous drawings. And I remember reading through that many times because it's a really, really cool piece of literature. And then when combined with artwork, it's awesome.
Gosh, this little fountain will...
Also one of those pieces that I feel like... Oh, the fountain wall is annoying, yeah.
No, not just that, just...
It's also one of
IRL.
those pieces that I feel like people don't know very well.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of idioms, just people are kind of aware of where they came from.
Yeah, it's like they hear like the albatross around your neck is known, but the context of that is lost on a lot of people. Not that that's so terrible thing, but if you're unfamiliar with the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, I highly recommend reading. It's not super long. It's like, what, 20, 30 pages?
Mm-hmm.
Balcony Coast. What? Oh.
Oh, I see you. All the way out there.
Yep. Oh, it was on the outside. Oh, I could have just fixed it from in here. I'm not there.
Facade. I don't see anything. Oh. No.
But yeah, it's very fun to be able to pull on a lot of my classic literature knowledge and run D&D games based off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since, like, a lot of that stuff is super unique. You usually don't get to try to, like, gamify a lot of that very often. Why? Four.
Okay. What else?
Wait, I just saw something that needed to be cleaned.
Hey.
Oh, you got that one.
Casa window ledges, and that's apparently it. Wow, I'm really pixel hunting for that. Alright, I'm bugged, so I can't actually see the list anymore.
Oh, I know what's missing. I'm working on it. Wait. What just flashed up as needing to be cleaned? Phase. Fountain's pedestal. There we go. I bet I know where it is.
Cookies, fountain
You got it.
rolls. Yep. Cookies,
these.
fountain. Okay. Yeah.
Yay, we did it!
I love how we're just both in midair in the last part of the... Mm-hmm.
That is pretty funny.
Okay, you ice. I can't do anything. I'm stuck here. Like, I'm clicking. And nothing is working.
Well, tapping?
No joy.
Well, it sounds like an Alt F4 to me.
Alright, I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
So what, Yuki?
What did you see, Yuki? I don't know what you saw.
Oh, question, how do you change your appearance?
Oh, when you're in the map, when you're in the mission, you can just change it. It's in the tab menu. You can also go to, I think, the shop and buy more clothing.
Yeah, I'm at the shop, but I can't put it on.
Right, so once you're in the game, it's in the tab menu.
Okay. No. Alright, let's pick up the next one. Maybe just one more, then call it a night?
Sure.
Let's see. What was another super fun one to do?
A lot of them are super fun.
Oh no.
That's the
That
magic
is
of
an
this
entire
game.
adventure
Is somehow
party.
it's really, really, really good.
Hello, Raiders. Hello. You just raided in. How was your street? And
Oh,
for
no.
this...
Ah,
Alright, you one moment. And for this Ranami, I am
right
fleeing
back. I dropped something on the floor.
the Solmasec Witch and NPC Witch to me a little ways off your main quest. Together with the Gark Witch Atria, who is just BRB right now. We're the two witches of the Witch's Cabin. Fiddle in, grab a quest, first bottle, and, well, we are here in Power Wash. Just power washing. Also, I'm trying to pick... Oh, I know exactly the one to do. You just beat King of Hearts' birth by sleep. All right. Oh gosh, I remember it came out. The original teaser trailer at the end of what, Kingdom Hearts 2? And we're so confused by what's going on.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. It should be
Is
up
there a
now.
mission up?
Yes, there is.
Oh, Soundway again.
Yeah, I really like this one. This was a very nice one. A very fun one for me. How's Power Wash
That's funny.
going?
I was like, I feel like I just did this one.
Yeah, but I really like this one. And Power Wash is going well, Rio. It's got lots of nice little things. Very quick things all around.
I really can't wait for Power Wash today. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, likewise.
I still remember convincing you to buy this game. It took so much effort.
And
Like, no,
here we are.
really. I promise it's better than it looks.
And it was.
It's really a hard sell of, like, trust me, bro. I think. This game got me through the early years at my job. When things would get really frustrating and I'd get really annoyed, I would boot this up on my other monitor and I would just sit there cleaning stuff during calls. And I would not and it would keep me from losing my mind.
The sad thing that I can't do something similar at my work. If I was in the office, I'd bring my laptop with me, but I can't. I can't even bring my tablet.
Yeah,
so
I can't play it.
I can't even
I
play
can't
with
play
the
when
horse
I'm on
girls.
site. My tablet.
Hmm.
Real shame. I've been enjoying the PvP mission thing they've had going on this week.
And I'm enjoying all the memes about it.
It's actually in a rare turn of events for a gacha game. It's actually live PvP.
Oh?
You're not just like going up against someone's team that they set up like a week ago and
Mhm.
forgot about. They're actively selecting who they want to run
Mhm.
and training them up between their 5 matches that they get per cycle through. You get 4 per day. One of them costs paid currency, but the other 3 are free.
Mhm.
And like it actually has to matchmake you, and the matchmaking puts you in a match, and you can throw stickers at each other, and then the racing happens, and it works just like the like a room match, which are actual live PvP things you can do.
Ah.
It's really cool. It's been really fun watching as the most frustrating character I have to train has been my best horse.
And who's that?
Narita Taishin.
Mhm.
People complain about Rice Shower. I don't think Rice Shower has anything on Taishin. You can be getting all first place with Taishin, having an incredible run, and she'll ruin it. Because she'll just go mood down to awful for no reason.
Hmm.
And she'll do it all the time. It's so terrible. But I somehow managed to get a really incredible run with her, and it's been carrying me through things because it's just good.
She runs on the power of spite.
She does, actually. Her ultimate, her ult is called Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes glow blue, and she gets all, like, angry and serious looking, and then starts to, like, haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually really strong. Her storyline is basically she feels inferior because everyone is like, you're so short, how do you run as fast as all the other girls? and so she doesn't like being called short. But then he's also an end runner. He's an end, and she runs the end position,
Mm-hmm.
which means she runs the same thing as Gold Shift. She runs in the very back
Mm-hmm.
and does like a monstrous last spurt where she just kicks off and starts to haul ass up the field.
Mm-hmm. I find it funny that they're making fun of her being short, and there are just so many more shorter horses. And shorter horse goes in here.
No, I think Narita Taishin is the shortest.
No, I think it's Sweet Tosho.
I think she's genuinely one of the shortest characters.
No, it's Sweet Tosho, Team Journey, and Stay Gold. Or one. I think Sweet Tosho, I would think, is the absolute shortest. But yeah, I don't know where Narita Taishin is between Dream Journey and Stay Gold.
Okay, I guess Taishin's not that short.
Yeah. But of course, you know.
Taishin is taller. Oh, Taishin's taller than a lot of people actually.
Mm-hmm.
But she is among the shorter horse girls.
Yeah.
She's on the taller side, but she's among the shorter ones. But like her whole thing is that she's like, I think like Hoshino Flower is really short. She's really tiny. Or Nishino Flower, not Hoshino. Nishino Flower.
Yeah.
Nishino Flower is 135 centimeters.
Wow. Yeah, so then she's shorter than even Sweet Tosho, who I think was like 138. I forgot which one was which, but Stay Gold and
that's
Dream
Nishino
Journey
Flower.
are like 142 and 144.
Sweep is 139.
139, okay.
Sweep's not that short.
Yeah.
Sweep is the same height as oh gosh. Who is the girl with the fox head? Or with the fox mask. Is that
Wait, isn't that... Like,
oh gosh, I don't remember this.
doesn't Matikane Fukuki Taro have one of those, or is that one of her alternate outfits?
That's an alt outfit. Mashikane does not normally have a mask.
Okay.
But yeah, Sweet Tosho's not that short. He's 139.
Not that short, yes.
I am all but obligated to get. I am fairly obligated to get Sweep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't really have a choice. Even if she's a little annoying that she doesn't like vegetables.
That's, short is
But-
relative.
Yeah, and then along the lines of the short characters, I am pretty sure that one of the main reasons that Taishin gets bagged on for being short is because she is an end runner. Running at the end position as a short person is hard because she has to come from the back. He has to basically have like a monstrous sprint right at the end of the run.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point, is that like you have all these other people like I guess I think Sweep is a pace chaser, and Nishino Flower is the shortest, is a front runner. Arara is pretty short, but she's a pace chaser or a late. I don't think any of them are actually like end runners.
I'm trying to look up info on dream journey what her stats are.
Oh. Let me look her up. She's late or end.
Yep. But the thing
She's
is,
late or end, but that means largely she's gonna be late.
yeah, and he is on the shorter end. Yeah, she's 144 centimeters.
She's 1 centimeter shorter than Taishin.
Yeah. That means, State Gold is even, yeah, State Gold is 142 then. I couldn't remember which one was 144 and 132.
The subreddit was analyzing it, that the older you get amongst the gold family, the shorter you become.
Ah, yeah. Which brings me to the next question. How short... That's your... Is Manhattan Cafe? How short is Manhattan Cafe?
I think Manhattan Cafe is actually pretty tall. Manhattan Cafe is not even in this list of short Umas that I'm looking at.
Okay, Manhattan Cafe is 155, which is a shorter but not too short. Almost actually average, honestly. Which is going to be funny. So I was wondering, because Sunday Silence is supposed to look exactly like Manhattan Cafe, or actually it's the other way around. So I was wondering how short would, if they did add Sunday Silence, how short would she be?
Sunday Silence would be a wild ad for Uma Musume. Like, that'd be a really big day when they add Sunday. I predict we're gonna get American horses and Western horses before we get Sunday.
Is he not an American horse?
Oh, you're right. No, yeah, you're right. But they were an American horse that raced in Japan, weren't they?
I don't know if they raced in Japan.
It's like... I don't know too much. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I know, like, Japanese horses don't typically do well on European turf, and American horses are mostly dirt racers.
That's
So
what
American horses are very different.
Yep. That's what Chico jokingly shows that they should have said Haru to the Kentucky Derby.
I mean, Gary Cap started as a dirt racer in Japan,
That's true.
and then becomes a turf racer and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My Oguri Cap is still my dirt ace.
Mm-hmm.
Although I really should make Haru my dirt ace. But yeah, either way, in this PvP event, Taishin has been really funny. I'm running Taishin with Mean Nature and Tachyon. And both Nature and Tachyon have debuff skills.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming around that last corner, Taishin just rips into first and just takes off. And off she goes. Unless RNG happens and then she's boxed and then she doesn't go anywhere.
If you're blocked, you're
But-
blocked.
Yep. I'm surprised you watched that video considering you don't play the game.
In a sense, it's like, part of it is I want to understand the memes. Part of it is, curiosity. Part of it is, if I'm going to
Oh,
actually play, I want to kind of know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, all I have to say is, props to that guy for brute forcing the language barrier and spawning a meme. Like, spawned a meme in English without without actually speaking any English.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy literally just brute forced it with Google Translate. And he's like a hero to the Western community because he explained so much.
Yeah.
Is the game does not. The game is really bad about teaching you what does what. And actually, the game actively lies to you about what does what.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why the people make so many jokes about Tazuna misinforming Twinkle deliberately.
Yeah, your character didn't have enough guts. Shut up. No, my character has plenty of guts right now. Leave it alone. From the guts patch, that will be true. But until the guts patch, he's lying.
Or if she just
I mean,
seen
overall, I've
ahead.
been enjoying the game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You psychic.
Yep.
Like, I think overall as a gacha game, it's definitely... I appreciate the part that, like, while you could call it an auto game, it doesn't ever feel like it's an auto game. Although eventually they apparently do add the ability to, like, auto-do campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have mixed feelings about. I don't know if I'd ever just auto-run a campaign and sit there and watch it. I don't know that that'd be very fun.
Well, I think it's because at that point, people are just playing the campaigns to farm sparks and such. If I understand things correctly.
I mean,
not really there too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already farming sparks. I'm also already trying to just farm, like, minorly better stats for my Umas. Like, I did, like, 5 or 6 Taishin runs today, trying to see if I could get her marginally better than the Taishin I have currently running in the races.
Mm-hmm.
So I could resubmit my team for the final. And have a slightly better Taishin that would maybe fare better more often. Unfortunately, Taishin is a nightmare. I cannot get good runs out of her. So, out of all the runs I get today, none of them are usable.
Ouch.
Yep. But that's Taishin. Like, it took me a dozen runs to get her currently at the state she's in right now for me, which is an A rank and like not the most speed and maybe a little lower power than I want, but good stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a thing. Stop opening doors, please.
Sorry. I just had to move the gnome out of the way.
I was trying. Oh yeah, I was trying to crouch, and you kept doing something. I kept standing.
Because I kept picking up the gnome. Whenever I want to pick up the gnome, it opened the door and vice versa.
But yeah, I'm excited for the, as we get more releases. Because I don't have any... I think I'm okay on Umas now until... I think honestly, until either full armor Machikane, or until,
Booty?
the Momo Cross.
Oh, okay.
I have Oguri.
Well, there's supposed to be an Alto Guri coming out. That was also really strong.
I might might go for that the altar Guri too, but yeah, Tamamo Cross and of the ones that'll be coming out in the near future. It's gonna be Tamamo Cross and Full Armor Machikane. I mostly want Full Armor Machikane because I think that's funny.
Honestly, I'm
Cougar
kind of...
Guitar with full armor just sounds hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm more interested in the character stories than anything else, really.
I mean, I like the characters for their stories too. But I also like him for, like, their appearances and things and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Tamamo's nothing but fun every time she shows up on screen during everyone else's campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So far, and she's also really fun in the anime. But I've always liked Tamamo Cross. And then, the Jungle Pocket movie makes me actually want Jungle Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of the weird ones who came away from that movie being like, yeah, Tachyon's cool, but come on. Poke's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone's so into Tachyon that they miss that Poke's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
But also, Poke's fault in the game is a reference to The Shining, which is very funny to me.
Oh, my.
She basically just she basically who's Johnny or here's Johnny.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I don't know why they picked that for her, but I'm here for it.
And then
she also does the roar. She has the roar when she wins.
Oh. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. You saw the new
What did I
character
see?
the new character that was released on the Japanese server?
I haven't really watched too far ahead on the Japanese server, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's just the release was for finally being playable or something else, but yeah.
I just go look.
Yeah.
Server Japan database. Oh, still in what?
Yeah.
I think she's a new release.
Yeah, because I've seen so much stuff of her, but she's probably a case of, she was in other people's campaigns but not playable herself.
Yeah, she just released. Yeah, and that happens a lot. Like I said, we have Tamamo Cross in the game. We're gonna get Tamamo Cross in a couple of months. But she's already, like, in the game. She races. You can see her on the track, and she shows up in other people's stories and does stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't race her. You just can't play her.
That's fair.
So, like, that's not uncommon. What's her name? Fuji. Fuji Kaseki.
Mm-hmm.
She's also one of the characters that shows up already, and we can't play her. But I don't know when we get... Actually, was this still in that? I'll just go look at the gacha.
Good night, Yuki.
Gotcha.
Thank you for coming by as always.
Have a good night, Yuki. Oh no, so it's not... We're not on Still in Mud. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. Current banner on Japan is Biblos.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Uh, one of the three sisters to the sisters, contemporaries of Gentle Donna. Basically, yeah. Heck, and by extension, Goldship and Orfera.
Oh, and the banner before had Satano Crown in it. Okay, cool. Although Satano Crown's summer, so Satano Crown in a bikini.
You can sleep the hacky gremlin. And you didn't even... You've totally been forgetting to hit the hydrate button, which is disappointing. I expected better from you.
Now Yuki's gonna go to bed unhappy, gremlin.
That sounds like a skill issue. I don't think Yuki actually heard it. Jane.
Oh, no. Oh, not there they are.
Yeah, Yuki's took all these emos and still no hydrate. Yuki's gonna lose their position as the hydrate gremlin if they keep this up. It would just be a gremlin. One, all these nooks and crannies being... Oh. Huh. Okay. Wait, don't do it.
Oh, I did get a hydrate 3 minutes ago. I don't know why I didn't hear that. That's weird.
Probably missed it.
I must not be hearing my my notifications again, which happens from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't know why OBS does that sometimes, but sometimes it just is like, yeah, you're not going to hear these anymore.
Well, I think part of it for me is that if it plays while I'm talking, one, I'm talking, two, the mix immediately quiets it down, so it's not actually going over what I'm saying. But because my ability to hear it is directly based on, like, I have that on monitor, so if it's getting forced quiet, then I definitely do not hear it.
You do know that water and electronics don't mix very well, right?
There we go.
Oh, I heard that one. Okay, so I must have just been yapping too hard. You must have been waiting for a cooldown. Probably mine.
I saw something. Yay, pixel hunting again. Like the fight. Orange things pop up on yellow.
Oh, yeah. Are you already, done with your train car? Are you already hunting through the train car?
Yeah. Although I haven't done the outside completely.
Wait. Oh.
Better cat window.
I'm just slower.
Another one.
I want to know what crazy color confetti exploded in here.
I don't actually remember what the briefing is here. Oh, come on. It's the faintest part.
Isn't that how it always goes?
Mm-hmm. I to open this up. There. Checking the top left to see if there's any, like the faintest pits. Anything. inner door lock and vestibule door. Ah. What the bloody hell is the inner door locked?
Ain't that the little orange things on the doors?
No, it was the door
It was
to
a double
the
button.
cab. The featured attachments, rear lights, outer vestibule door frame. Okay.
My least favorite part about the train are the ads. Seeing those ad billboards is a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm. Ceiling vent. What?
That might be one of mine. I haven't got to the last one in my car yet.
Okay, got that one. It looks like B is all done now.
I'm very nearly done with A. What are you cleaning?
The outside.
I can see you spraying through the wall.
Yeah.
You have somehow cleaned something inside the building. From outside. You've done it twice now.
Really? Those are stuff that was on the
Yeah, you
outside.
cleaned two things. You just cleaned this vent, the ceiling vent, and one of these billboards on the inside.
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
Oh, I thought you were outside.
No.
I didn't see you every time. I was looking around for you, and I thought you were outside.
No, I've been here. I just stepped in.
Oh, that's you came into a door that I wasn't looking for. Oh, that's how you snuck up on me. What are we missing?
Yeah, something on this one.
And a roof panel. Ah.
Hey,
Okay, we're missing a button now. Okay, that's all the outside.
vent climber. What are attic climbers?
I don't actually know, but I think it's back here. Maybe not. Ah,
Oop.
I find it funny that I keep doing the cam that you get to see. This time I did it from the direction of the camera.
Nice.
Alright, are we calling it there?
Yeah, we can call it here, if you don't mind. I am actually
Yeah, no
kind
problem.
of yawning and not necessarily nodding off, but now is a good time to sleep because of work being work.
Indeed.
So who did anyone you want in specific?
I haven't looked. Who do we have?
You have Pinky, B, Elysian, Mocho, Dister. Ender is playing Stardew, who is Pinky, Nemo, and Nemo.
As they do, yep. I don't have any strong feelings any one way or another. We did just raid Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
Although she's calling it birthday stream too. And doing karaoke again.
It looks like I've spread out all my raids so far.
Yeah? Ah!
Oh?
No, I forgot about someone's debut.
Oh, whose?
Oh, Dax Bonus or Dukes or Dodger or oh, what other names has she gone by? Mushy? She finally debuted her mushroom VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot about her debut today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I completely forgot she was debuting. It's not your fault. I mean, she's Dukes is a old An old YouTube personality that a lot of people may not know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Is she ran with the Total Biscuit group.
Oh my. Huh.
Yeah. Like so her Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox all did a bunch of stuff together. But now she's a VTuber. I don't know who to rate though.
We can do.
Have we rated Ender? I think we probably have.
We have once in the last month, it says.
I haven't rated Ender in the past month.
All right.
That one must have just been you.
All right then. Then we could read Ender.
The Ender we go.
All right, then. And there it shall be. All right. Thank you for coming by, Achia.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
So, yeah, tomorrow, base engineers. Not much really to say about that. It'll read message. It shall be. We're gonna snooze that ad because I don't want to be talking and then having it go right. Yeah, let's not have any overlap. Tuesday, Wednesday, likely going to be Helldivers. Thursday, Friday. If Achia is gonna make it on Thursday, it will be satisfactory. Otherwise, you'll have more Helldivers. And Friday, it will be what it is. All right. I don't think there's anything else more to cover. Yep. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here, travelers. But until I see you again, safe travels.